I've skipped the boring part today, coming to Malaysia. I'm already in Malaysia now. If you all can recognize this place, this is just right after Tuas checkpoint, and the time now is about 7:17. So for those who are new, once you cross across Tuas checkpoint, I mean this Petron and as well as the Petronas are the nearest petrol station where people refuel before heading off to the north. All right. So today is a public holiday. The plan for today is basically right from here, Tuas checkpoint to Woodlands checkpoint. But instead of taking shortcuts and stuff, I just want to keep it within the highway. I think it will be roughly around 55 to 60 kilometers. It's just going to be a pure fun ride. And as we ride along, I also want to showcase some of this MT09 JB feature, which I have not done before. Okay, let's get started. So the first one which I want to showcase is this quick shifting feature. So those who are not familiar with those quick shifters, right, is basically you don't need to clutch in when you shift gears. So look, watch my left hand. Now I'm going to clutch in, take off completely. Now I'm just going to change the gear. Now we are in the fourth gear and we go to fifth. Right, so this is called quick shifting. Basically, this is, I would say, useful in the track because you can save time by shifting gears fast. But I would say in the actual road, it's good to have, but not must-la. Especially in Singapore, right? I mean, you got traffic light every 100 meters. What's the point of quick shifting when you're going to completely stop in the next 100 meters? So the weather is amazing. Why I choose this timing now is about 7 a.m. in the morning. The reason being is because it's very cold. I mean, I wouldn't say very cold, but it's just perfect weather to, you won't sweat a lot. And I would say the temperature now is about 28 or 29. Okay, so I don't want to ride fast here also. The reason is there's a lot of cars now. I just want to take things slowly. Then eventually I think we can pick up the momentum. Alright. Oh shit. Don't know what happened to my mirror. It keeps swinging. I think people bang onto it or something. Yeah, the weather is absolutely amazing. I prefer to, like I was saying, ride in the morning because you tend to sweat less, and especially when you wear the, rider's jacket and gloves and full gear, you tend to sweat a lot. It's like wearing a bunker gear. I think those who are in SCDF would know. When you wear this firefighter suit, you don't need to work out. You will automatically start to sweat. It's the same thing over here. Wow, it's really nice. And when you go on a solo ride, right, it's some sort of meditation. You can forget all your stress, workload, personal stress and all those craps. Just enjoy the ride. This time, as I was saying, there's two different types of ride. One is you work hard. Another one is take things slowly and enjoy the scenery. I mean, I would say I'm somewhat in moderate mode lah. When road is clear, we can fly. And when things are a bit crowded here and there, we can take our time to chill and enjoy the view. I think we can fly here. Let me accelerate. That's why I love MT09. Right? It feels as if you're riding a class 2A bike when you're not giving enough throttle. Feels that you feel as if you are in control. But the moment you twist, a different beast comes up. I mean, it's insane. The raw power is really insane. That's why I don't dare, you know, to switch off traction control in this thing. This goes like really crazy. And just now at the petrol station, you might have seen there's a lot of different groups of riders. Let it be Yamaha MT09 group or those BMW group. So if you come at this timing, right, you can reach Malacca if you keep a steady pace of like 150 within like 1 hour 45 minutes, and so you know, you can explore the thing down there and come back to Singapore by like 3-4 p.m. So that's why I'm saying this is a perfect time to start. So if you want to explore Malaysia, I mean, like if you want to go to Malacca or something, I would say, you know, this will be a perfect time to head off. So for those you know, this is your first time seeing Malaysian Highway, you might be noticing that, you know, instead of 3 lanes, there's only 2 lanes. So that's right, there's only 2 lanes until to the Malacca part. Then after that, it will become 3 lanes towards KL. So when you ride here, you got different options. One is if you ride fast, of course, you can keep it on the you know, the first lane. Or else you can also keep it on the road shoulder. Okay, so in Malaysia it's safe to use road shoulder lah. I mean, for motorcycle it's legal as well, I assume, because all the motorcyclists would normally use that. And try not to stick within lane 1, because even as a motorcyclist, okay, I'm not promoting this, but I'm just saying, right, even if you're going at like 150, 180 kilometers, you always find a pickup truck or a car tailgating you closely behind. So to avoid that sort of situations, it's better to keep it on the road shoulder. Okay, another interesting thing which I need to point out is also this, you know, you don't need to pay toll here. Okay, in some places they would have a narrow path to cut straight. I mean, you don't need to basically go through this separate route to, you know, skip that toll. But okay, so I know there's lightings over here. In the night, it's this places is really creepy, because you wouldn't know whether if anyone is standing here and, like, you know, trying to block you up. So that's why personally I would avoid riding in dark or in you know, like in night times. It's really scary, because there are some, you know, tolls where you don't need to go through the separate path and all you have to do is just cut in. I would say that's much safer. Okay, so I think the initial part was crowded, but here it looks like there's lesser cars, which is a good sign. Let me adjust this mirror. It's very annoying. I mean, I think later I will adjust this. Okay, so now another interesting feature I want to show about MT09 is this cruise control. Okay, so this is not an adaptive cruise control. It's just like I think it starts working on from gear 3 onwards. All you have to do is, you know, accelerate up to your whatever pace you like, whatever speed. Then you can see this button, right? You just press on this button and you can see that yellow light is on right in the dashboard, which means that the cruise control is on, and all you have to do now is set, and that's it. So now I'm riding about 120 kilometers per hour. I've taken, you know, my hand out of the throttle control, so the bike just keeps riding at 120. Again, if you ask me, this feature is completely useless in Singapore, but it's good to have if you ride. Okay, this is what I was saying. Look at the pickup truck. I mean, I'm riding at 120, but he makes me look as if like I'm riding at 60 kilometers per hour. So it's safe to, you know, keep it in the road shoulder or the second lane lah. If you, it's my personal suggestion, yeah. Right. So yeah, like I was saying, the cruise control is a complete useless feature in Singapore. did I get this MT09 SP? Okay, actually I wanted to get MT09 instead of the SP version, because like we rarely use these features. We only use this feature when we are riding in Malaysia. Okay, maybe I'll kick up the gear 2 instead, right? Yeah, gear 6, sorry. Okay, let me set again, sorry. Okay, yeah, better. Okay, so as I was saying, they don't have stock at the moment, so I had no choice except to get this SP version instead. But no regrets, I really love this. I mean, these features are really handy when it comes to Malaysia side. And enjoy it over here. Another advantage, okay, I don't promote this, I always hold on to the handlebar. I'm just showing you this as what cruise control can do. That's why I'm just showing this. Okay, so now where we are heading to is actually towards KL. So this particular highway, I don't know what's the name of this, I think it should be E3. Would go in about 20 kilometers straight, and then would connect to the main E2 highway, and then there's another exit where we can take to go back to Johor. So we are, instead of going to KL, yes, we are just going to go back to Johor. The sun is not out yet, and it seems to be very cloudy today. The reason why I love riding in Malaysia is that, first of all, like, there is controls, of course there are speed cameras here and there, and you have to be responsible as well. But then, you won't have a fear of like, where would be the policeman, like with the speed trap and stuff lah. You just enjoy the ride. But in Singapore, that's not the case, right? I mean, I'm not blaming, but just that every 500 meters or so in highway, they just put up a speed warning sign saying that there might be a potential speed trap. It's just stressful to ride down there. Sometimes in this sort of class 2 bikes, you won't even know that you're going fast. It's very smooth. So like when you look at the speedometer, then you realize, oh shit, I'm traveling at this speed. So that's why it's much more peaceful here. And not only that, especially in the highway, I mean, look at the amount of space here. It's not like everything very narrow and stuff. It's like freaking wide. It's like times 2 of what we have seen so far, or even times 3. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Instead of derouting into a different Ulu area, all you have to do is just cut in. This is much safer. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. If you keep to that exit on the left, you can go to KL and Kulai. But we are heading back to Singapore, so we are just going to keep it to Johor Bahru. So for the beginners, right, who want to start off riding in Malaysia, my suggestion is don't come alone. Bring along an experienced rider. The reason is because one is unlike Singapore, the moment you miss a route, you have to go around more than 10-20 kilometers. It's not easy to go back into where you want to go to. So that's number one. Number two is, riding in Singapore and riding in Malaysia is totally two different things. So you might find it intimidating at the start. And then if you have someone to guide you, it would be better. Okay, so you can just accelerate at steady pace again. So from from the petrol station till now, I've covered about 26 kilometers. What, in a span of like 10 minutes, 15 minutes? That's insane. Plantation on the left, really nice to look at, very scenic. Maybe we can accelerate a bit here. I don't know whether if you guys can hear me, because I can't hear myself. It's too windy out here. And again, I have seen recently a lot of videos on whether if one should get class 2 is surfacing online. My suggestion is just go for it. There's no point of thinking about it because YOLO, right? You just get to live once. Just go and get it. Okay, so other than the YOLO part and all those sort of stuff, rationally speaking, it's not worth to get any form of vehicle in Singapore. Come on, you don't tell me that, you know, you want to pay like $10,000 or, you know, $100,000 just for the COE itself for motorcycle and car. But then, if you're already those kind like me where, you know, you don't mind paying for your passion, then just go for it. Because I know, like, yeah, definitely class 2 isn't worth in Singapore. I mean, it's just overpowered. It's too heavy, hard to maneuver. Yes, you can list out the cons, but just for the pro part, you know, if you want it, just go and get it. It outweighs all those other cons, because, you know, you can always bring your motorcycle to Malaysia and explore new places here. It's not that we are locked in Singapore. If we are locked within Singapore, like during COVID times, yes, it's absolutely insane to get a class 2, but, you know, we are not. That's not the case. So enjoy. Just go ahead and get your class 2. And I would say MT09 is perfect if you are considering like something which is easier to maintain in class 2 segments. Of course, like if you're going to get those touring bikes like, you know, the Ducati Multistrada or the GS1200 or the African Twin, those are going to be expensive, definitely, for sure. I mean, even MT09 is expensive compared to a class 2B bike, but I would say somewhat is still relatively easier to maintain. So I've paid about like $39,000 for this motorcycle. Try not to take loans because the interest rate is absolutely insane. It's not worth paying that interest. And when you want to buy a class 2 bike, the first thing is ensure that, you know, you're financially stable, because anyways you are making an irrational decision, right? So you have to ensure that you're not working to pay for the bike. You know, you can comfortably afford the bike. Ensure that's the case, because if not, I've seen in Carousel a lot of people, not even 1 year of ownership, they start advertising saying that, you know, carry on installments and such stuff. Honestly, you know, it's not worth it to come out with so much of money and, you know, try to sell it off within a year. You're not even enjoying the bike. Might well, you know, just rent or lease it, right? So the number one part is always to ensure that you're financially stable to afford it. Interesting thing going on, you can see that people are towing the bike. can see all this I wouldn't use the word weird, but very special way of doing things in Malaysia, which is interesting. And another reason why I love this thing here is because, you know, people are not stressed out when they look at this thing. Of course, it's very dangerous, and I would, you know, if I'm in the situation, I wouldn't do such stuff. But people are chill, right? Like, you see them, they're not going to horn or record and post it in those forums to talk about and stuff. So that's what I love here. People are more forgiving. Okay, so those who have ride here before would know that we are reaching Singapore Customs. There's only like few hundred, few hundred, sorry. I think another 10 kilometers more, 10 or 15. We are already entering the main town area. So that, okay, thanks a lot guys for watching this video. Really appreciate it. Your support means a lot to me, and I will continue to make a lot of new videos. Thank you.